Good morning. We're gonna take a quick road trip this morning. We're gonna go to a local livestock auction just to wander around. Kind of gloomy out. It's a holiday. We're just gonna go see what the vendors got and see what's happening in the barn for the auctions.
And now, a yak.
Four here, now five. Ready to get five, four and a half, and now five. Good to five, to the back here, five, here, five, to the middle, five, to the middle, five, to the five, three to the bell. Good three here, now come to the middle, six back here, six here, five and a half. Five and a half, five and a half back here, five to the back here, five to the five to the back here, five and a half.
One guy.
The next morning, we're back from our trip to the stockyards. We'll tell you a little bit about our experience a little bit later in the video. But first, I'm in the garden this morning. I gotta pick all these vegetables, get some out to the stand, get some back in the house to preserve. This plant is just massive. Started taking off again, so I just pruned a bunch of it off. I gotta get it off of this pepper plant. There's celery in there somewhere. This one that I've let go wild is just a volunteer from last year. Oh my gosh. Look, there was peppers hiding in all of that. Of these. I can't believe we're still getting them. It's huge. Look at these giant cucumbers. Can't believe we're still getting them. Look how What green my hands are. That's from the tomatoes, from pruning them, all that black. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen. I just came in from outside picking all the vegetables. I loaded up the vegetable stand. I've got a table in the other room full of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, peppers, tomatillos, cucumbers that I need to process, put away, freeze. But in order to do that, first I need to clean the kitchen. All right, well, we finished with the dishes, so I thought I'd take a break for a minute, come out here, and have a visit with the sheep. Belle, Bodie, come on, guys. There's Miss Birdie. The bottom of the barn, this side at least that Aaron's fixed. It looks really nice. Let's go have a seat on the swing. Sheep like it when I sit here. They can scratch their ears. I gotta pick all these burrs out. So, I told you earlier that we'd give you a rundown on our thoughts about the stockyard. And I guess it really just comes to this, is it was our second time there. It is really cool to see all of the longhorn cows and all the different big livestock that they have there. It's really quite breathtaking when you're in that barn and you feel the power of the noises that they make. Aaron and I went down to Texas some years ago, and we were at the stockyards there, and they would walk these big longhorns through the streets there, and it was pretty amazing. But when we're there, we're not necessarily going there to purchase any animals or anything like that. They have a flea market there too, which is kind of cool. But as of now, I personally wouldn't want to purchase any animals from that place, just because there's just the unknown. You don't know, where those animals came from. You can clearly see that even while they're there at the stockyard, they're not kept in the best of conditions. And I don't say that to knock on anybody who's bringing their animals there. That might be just like a one-time thing, but when you see, a bunch of pigs in a livestock trailer with no bedding, no water, no food, and they're covered in feces on a really hot day. Granted, yesterday was not a hot day, thank God for those animals, but time before when we were there, it was super hot. And a lot of the animals were not in the shade. It really pulls at my heartstrings, and it really makes me feel good about what we're doing and how we keep our animals. Even though I'm always striving to do better, and there there are things I want to do for our animals that we're just not there yet. But it kind of reinforces, like, okay, you're on the right path. You're doing things, you know, better. Not to say that if I was in a pinch and I needed to get food for my family, or I needed to raise some pigs and I couldn't find any, I would definitely get animals there. I mean, if it's between eating and not eating, I'm gonna eat. But now, as long as we have a choice and we're able to make those choices, and we can source animals from different avenues, we're going to continue to make those choices. I think, you know, going out to the stockyards is good to do. At least, you know, it seemed, well, we were there about almost a year exactly. We were there last June, not this following last June, but June of 2021. And we had the same feelings when we were there before. It is a really nice drive to go there, so that's fun because you drive through Amish country and all these old farms, and it's just kind of a nice day trip. But as far as if we were ever to go there to purchase an animal, at this point in our life, that's just not something that we would do. It just makes your heart melt because, like, up in the barn, in the auction area, there was just cages of little kittens that said free, and they put them up there. They didn't have any food, they didn't have any water, and they're hoping that pulls on somebody's heart, so that people will take these kittens. And there's all kinds of people there with dogs that are mixed breed, some purebred. In the flea market area, they're not auctioning those off. It's in the flea market area, and I wish, you know, if I won the lottery, I swear I'd go there. I'd go there every week, adopt all the animals, and tell the people that I'll pay to have their animals spayed and neutered. Because most of the time, you know, it's just because people have barn cats and they have too many, and it's just how it works. It's just farm life. You can't let it get to you too much. You just have to try to better yourself, I guess. And like I said, if it came down to Aaron and I, or any of my family, needing to eat versus not, I would go there and get animals in a heartbeat. Because I know where it is, and I know what they normally have, so I would take that risk, and I would make the best of it. And Belle's got a bunch of burrs that I will be picking out for the next few months. Right, Belle? What do you got here? What do you got? What is this? She likes to stick her head right there when I'm picking out burrs and grooming her. She'll chew her cud, and she keeps bringing up her cud, and the waft of the inside of her stomach goes right up my nose. It's not pleasant. Although it's very cute that she's that comfortable and in a trance and chewing her cud when I do this, it doesn't smell cute, let me tell you that. It's time to give the chickens their scraps today, and as you see here, we had to add a Premier 1 on the inside between this cattle panel fence that we have, and see, look at them, they're just acting like fools. Because yesterday when we were going to go to the stockyard, they were all sitting up on this wood here, jumping into my garden. We grabbed a couple of them, we trimmed their feathers on one side of their wings and put them back in here. And then there was a few more that jumped up, and we were gonna be gone all day and we couldn't risk them, even though I don't think that they were gonna go anywhere because they'll typically stay close with each other. But I didn't really want them tearing up anything in the garden, and I didn't want to risk anything getting to them. So thank goodness we had an extra Premier one. So we ran it as an extra barrier and hooked it up to the other one. It is on. I haven't got zapped by it yet. I got zapped by the other one yesterday when we were putting this one up. Look at these guys. So now I'm gonna go in and give them their scraps.